Hey guys, my name is Breeya and I'm the owner of A Shade Better Furnishings. Today I'm going to be showing you a beginner-friendly furniture flip that you can do even if you're just starting out. I'm also going to be sharing 4 tips that I wish I knew when I first started flipping furniture. I bought these nightstands from someone off of Facebook Marketplace. They're really dirty and kind of gross, but they're honestly in pretty good shape other than just needing some sanding on the top. I'm sure you guys know by now how much I love mid-century modern furniture, so I'm super excited to work on these. To start the process, I'll be giving these a good cleaning with Clean Slate by Amy Howard at Home. This is my favorite furniture cleaner. It gets rid of seriously anything. It's really important to have a squeaky clean surface before sanding or painting so that nothing gets into the wood grain. While these are drying, I wanted to share my first furniture flipping tip for beginners, and that is to find a piece of furniture that don't require a lot of repairs. And what I mean by repairs is lots of wood filling or sanding, nothing painted, and a lot more. This just allows you to pretty much get right to painting. And also, just a little side note, research what's selling in your area. Right now in my area in California, people are selling and buying lots of mixtures of painted pieces and wood pieces. So having a combination of both is really good. And so that's what I'm doing here. I'm sitting the tops down on these nightstands to bare wood. That way I can have the tops to bare wood and then the body will be painted. I don't know about you, but I love a good sanding montage, and so I'm hoping you guys are enjoying that as well. But I wanted to share furniture flip tip number 2, which is to research pricing in your area. And what I mean is by going on Facebook Marketplace and just seeing what people are selling their pieces for. This is something I really neglected when I was first starting out. I didn't really value my work very highly when I was first starting, and so I would just price my pieces super low, like around $150 to $200 for a 9-drawer dresser, which is just ludicrous. So really research your area and see what people are selling their pieces for and value yourself. Like, don't undermine yourself, don't undermine your work. We are almost done sanding, but I wanted to sand down the wooden legs because I know my area and I know that people love when the legs are stained as well. And so that's what I'm doing. So again, research your area, see what people are buying and selling. I am using an electric sander, but you don't have to. You can get all of this done. You can get the same results by just hand sanding. It doesn't have to be super expensive. It's time to paint, which leads me to my 3rd and 4th tip. I highly recommend using an all-in-one paint like Amy Howard at Home's Miracle Paint. This stuff is incredible, seriously. An all-in-one paint means primer and the sealer is built into the paint. It's all there. And so you don't have to prime, you don't have to seal, which sealing is the hardest part for me. I really struggled with that when I was new. Just dealing with streaking and all that stuff, cloudiness, it was just not good. And so once I switched to an all-in-one paint, seriously, it sounds dramatic, but my life changed. And so I love Amy Howard at Home's Miracle Paint. It's incredible. It has a satin finish and it's just amazing. My 4th and final tip is to use a neutral paint color. I wouldn't recommend going super bold on your first few pieces. Sticking to a color like Linen by Amy Howard at Home, which is a beautiful creamy white. It's just gorgeous. Using a neutral paint color just really allows a lot of people to be able to buy your piece. So like I mentioned, I'm using Amy Howard at Home's Miracle Paint in the color Linen, and then I'm also using their 2-inch wedge brush, which really holds a lot of paint, making the process really fast. If you are looking for a one-stop shop for paint products, Amy Howard at Home is exactly that. Whether it's a large variety of paint colors, cleaners, waxes, brushes, you'll find anything you need on their website. up only having to do 2 coats of paint, which with the light color, that's kind of rare. You usually have to do 3, and so again, this paint is awesome. I'll be making a paint wash for the areas I sanded the wood down. I'll be using my paint and then mixing it with water, about 30% paint and 70% water. This will act like a stain without the complexities that come with using a regular stain. I'm applying it with my same 2-inch wedge brush. I'm just applying it slowly, sticking to the middle of the surface, and then once I don't have a ton of product on my brush, I'll feather it out to the end. That way I'm not getting any drips on the sides. After the surface is fully applied with the paint wash, I'll go back with the lint-free rag and I'll just wipe it off. You can also use an old sock or an old t-shirt to wipe it off, just something that doesn't provide a lot of lint. Alright, let's take a look back and see what these looked like before, and here they are now. I am so in love with how they turned out, and believe it or not, I finished these in about 6 hours. Make sure to check out the description for any product links and also a link to Amy Howard at Home's website. If you guys have any questions, please leave them below, or if you have any tips for beginners, you can leave those down below as well. Bye guys!